So be who you're supposed to be, you know, and do you want to, I believe Seneca said it, it's something about cowering underneath the covers instead of being about your business on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a real interesting thing too. If you hit the snooze button, you secrete a series of hormones that make you drowsy again, and you lose about 4 hours of your day because you can't be as alert. So if you're going to get up, get out of bed.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, just get out of bed. That's why everybody feels worse after they snooze. You are stealing time from yourself. Just get up. Go and do what you're supposed to. And that's what you clearly described, which was a poignant discovery of a man and doing his work. And he just got up and did it. No
Yeah,
complaints, no whining. Just go do your work.
yeah. And I
And
mean,
that's what I
I
encourage you.
hate to brag on him, but like he's 85 now. He doesn't feed cattle
Mm-hmm.
anymore, but he still has an outdoor stove. So in the
Hmm.
wintertime, he well, I don't know if he even goes to bed by midnight, but at midnight he has to stoke the stove again. So I mean, obviously it's in the winter, so you got to get dressed to go outside in the cold, stoke the stove again, and come back in and go back to sleep. I mean,
Yep.
there's just a different breed of people, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
anyway, I can't say enough about him because he's my hero. But anyway, I won't get emotional about that. So going back to time and overwhelm for if I had a nickel for every time I heard someone say I'd really like to train more, but I don't have enough time. There's not enough time in the day. What do you say to that?
There's no perfect answer to this. I wish there was, but I ask them what their priority is. I always ask what the priorities are. When we really look, we used to do this as a strength and conditioning coach. I did this a lot. I'd ask people about their diet, and they tell me they ate pretty well. And I said, all right, write down everything you eat for the next 3 weeks. Now, there's a trap in that because as soon as you become mindful about what you're eating, you're afraid to write down all the garbage you've been eating, so you stop eating it.
Yeah,
So at the end of 3 weeks,
honesty.
everybody lost weight. That's how the brain works. That's what I tell people is when they tell me they don't have time, I ask them, do you spend time doing things that don't make you feel good? If you want to feel empty, sit down and scroll through social media for an hour mindlessly,
Mhm,
and it'll feel very important, but afterwards you'll feel very empty.
mhm,
It doesn't content us, it doesn't challenge us, but we spend time in front of things. And I think one of the greatest things about the internet is we can learn and we can grow and we can challenge ourselves, but we choose things that are easy constantly.
mhm,
Um, I think there's nobody in the world that can't find 10 minutes to move, to practice, to do something to
mhm,
improve it if it's worthwhile. And then what
mhm.
happens is you start changing how you do it. Another thing I'd suggest is make sure you get some sunshine before 10:30 in the morning. Andrew Huberman talks about this also.
Mhm.
Set your rhythm so you go to sleep. One of the reasons we don't have time is we stay up until all hours. We're not really well rested. We eat poorly. So
Mhm.
we're very inefficient as human beings, and it's not a lack of time. It's just, as we're going to talk about later on, is it's a lack of really struggling with us, and that's what I want you to feel. If you don't feel good about where you are, you can change that, but
That
you
is
have to be intentional.
yeah. That is the best news of the day though, Brian, what you just said
Mm-hmm.
there. If you're not happy with where you are, you can change that. You have the power to change it. And usually it's simple, but not easy,
Mm-hmm.
right? Usually it's very simple and people get into the minutia of whatever it is that they start, going down the hole about. And really, you can usually narrow it down to like three things you could do differently
Yes.
that would completely change your life. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like they want to spend more time on all the little detailed stuff because that gives them something to think about and do when it's just really very simple. It's just not easy to do it. So, and I'm not speaking because like I'm the best in the world and I've got it all figured out. I'm speaking to everyone because I struggle with all of the same things too. We all do. So